Okay, this is something in help of people who do on the social media department. So why do videos every day? We don't treasure the thoughts that are coming to us. So, but see what Swamiji does on his satsangs. On his satsangs, he just delivers his thoughts. The reason why we would not want to make videos because we so strongly underestimate ourselves that we strongly believe that they're not valuable, our thoughts and what we want to. What's coming right now? Okay, I'm working right now and I have thought. He's useless. That's the belief. So why share it? The thing is, if you are here already in his presence, you are chosen to speak for him. Your thoughts are valuable. He speaks through you, through your voice. Now, for a moment, I want to say something about the thoughts. The body is a temple. Your thoughts are not by default. Thoughts have life of their own. Thoughts are like angels or like gods. They're separate beings. And if a thought has visited your temple, your body, this is an honor. This is a valuable guest at your home. So, we are here at Swamiji's home, Swamiji's place, Swamiji's temple. The thoughts that are coming here because of this environment, because of his presence, are valuable. We think, no, they're not, because I'm blah 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 blah. I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm not valuable. But what we don't understand, if we compare the thoughts that we receive here, this is the place where we are here, we compare it to the thoughts we receive when we're not here, when we were in a different place where we were before, you'll see there is a difference. You will see very clearly that your thoughts that come here are different. Now, there is this garden that I'm here. So these trees, these plants, all of this thing, are different thoughts. And they're expressed thoughts. So, exactly the same way, these plants feel shy, they don't grow. The person that goes through this garden would not feel that enriched. You have come here for your own purpose, but you have come here certainly for the reason to express yourself, to grow in the theme of this garden. And the thing is, you think you are small. We think that we are small. We were like this small. Plant. Grass. And we are not like this tree. Let's say that this is, or imagine banyan tree or whatever. This is family and we are grass. And we cannot catch interest of people. We want to make people aware of the value of nature, the value of garden, the value of plants. The thing is, people think in a different way. So one person will look at this flower and say, oh, how beautiful this is. And once his or her attention is caught by this specific flower, this person will start evaluating, start treasuring more and more the plant world as a whole. I'll share with you my own experience with marijuana. And I thought this plant is king of plants, god of plants. Because when I experienced it, it's just one dip with a joint. Just one dip, one breath, and it sent me to different worlds. Actually, the first experience that I had with it was I had an out-of-body experience. So this experience showed me just the plant, very, very small amount of the plant, but this thing has such a phenomenal effect on my own world. So I associated cosmic experience, out-of-body experience, which is strongly spiritual experience, is connected, goes together, plant. So from this thing, I started appreciating the world of plants as a whole. So let's say the marijuana acted sort of a role of a guru or whatever. But once you appreciated one plant, one thing, then you appreciate everything else. So I start believing that this thing, and this thing, and this thing, this plant as well, and this plant, all of them have some kind of I have not discovered it, but they can have similar kind of value for me. In the same way, our thoughts have value. This is a personal journey, and unless you start catching this moment when you have a thought, just what, and a thought comes, unless you start catching this moment and you start valuing its presence, valuing the honor that you have received. Oh, I have received this idea. Oh, I have heard this melody. Oh, I have received this feeling, this experience. Unless you catch and start valuing it, enlightenment is a personal experience. You cannot reach enlightenment. Even when a beautiful experience is given, it might be just temporary. Even when knowledge is given, it simply might not catch your attention. But when you start being aware, when you start valuing it, then you can expand it. It can stay longer with you. You can chew it more, get deeper and deeper experiences. And this experience will pull other experiences that are in the same theme. It is just like in music. You take one tone, boom, and this tone starts pulling other tones that are in the same structure, the same tonality, the same idea. And expressing your thought, making videos, is a wonderful way of catching, appreciating, and valuing these thoughts, valuing your own process of catching, valuing the thoughts, your own process of allowing the influence of enlightenment to catch hold in you and to get stronger. And what is interesting enough, once you start understanding this and start making videos and start watching yourself, you will see popularity is only secondary. Actually, it might not matter at all. Just like in today's satsang Swamiji, from logic to love, when he spoke about the texts, the Vedas, when they were given, there are texts that are just pure knowledge, and then there are texts that have elements that are explanation for the followers. And then there are texts that are like compromising, when the follower is not even able to grasp it to such kind of extent that the teacher, the guru, has to make some kind of temporary compromise from the teaching. And there are elements sometimes in texts when the wide audience, the masses, the society cannot understand the message of the enlightened people, they can put such kind of elements, parts in the text as well. And he said about the Shiva Sutra, it is a message given from Shiva to his wife Parvati, and Swamiji explained, because Shiva is in the state of enlightenment and Parvati is in the state of enlightenment, he doesn't need to make a compromise on this text. And because both of them, they don't care about society, he doesn't need to put such kind of part of text as well. He just speaks to her straight, pure truth. But when he speaks, he expresses this thing, and because he values the thoughts that are coming, he expresses them. So this is like a YouTube video. In today's world, we have this thing, communication through internet, and YouTube videos are a massive way of communicating. So what this text called was thoughts. Shiva's thoughts in writing. But if Shiva has thoughts today, they will not only in writing, they will be also on internet, audio, and video materials. So yes, the field of silence is valuable, and you can experience it through meditation. It's not necessary that you get this experience of meditation only by closing your eyes, sitting on one place with your back straight. You can get this experience at any moment of time during your day. But then, when you get out of this moment of silence, there is this moment of these thoughts, these vibrations that come, and you can play with them very easily, and they give you enjoyment because you have included this element of silence. Now these thoughts in your creation becomes something that you truly enjoy because it is effortless creation. So when you do YouTube videos, you use what is the advantage. See, when you need to do some kind of work, if I have to lift this thing and put it to somewhere other place, it's comparatively much harder work than just thinking. So I just take this thing and let's say it's heavy and I have to place it on another place, and then I have to think about it, to have to plan what my project is. I have to coordinate with other people. But when you just think, oh, the thought is coming, let's say I need to do a project about this thing, if you catch it in the earliest moment and start recording this thing, you can catch in the earliest moments, the earliest stages, how your thought flows. And this is extremely valuable, and you don't know. That's why actually I'm doing this video, because this is a massive problem for all people, strongly underestimating. It was exactly the same thing with me, and if it wasn't for Ma Svarupa Priya to push it, I'll make videos daily, I wouldn't have started making these videos. And once I started doing them, when I started watching myself, I saw the value. It's far this thing, popularity, somebody watching it, far less, if any value at all. The greatest value was for me to see my own state. I saw how thoughts are coming to me, what my state is while expressing them. So, a fantastic tool for self-improvement. Don't do these videos, don't do this YouTube channel for other people. Do it firstly for yourself. This is your own mirror that you get in the morning. Show yourself. Alright, okay, good, feel good. Alright, good. Now let me wash my eyes. Good, I feel alright. And this is it. This is it. Just add this moment. There's lots of free space on YouTube, on your mobile phone. Just put it there so that you can have this moment of yours being in front of the mirror, and you can watch them for your own self and leave it open. Put it public, so other people, if they want, they can access as well. Sometimes, actually, if not most of the time, over 90% of the times, people can catch, they cannot understand a message of a guru because of purity of knowledge, straight how it is, Also, there's some kind of symbols. Let's say they see a guru, like long hair, or it's dressed like Indian dress and so on, and they have culture. People's mind, they think in images, and if you have a different kind of image from your environment, people are having t-shirts, going in jeans, and you have somebody else who is not from your culture. This does not speak to him, and the language that he is using is not close to him. So your own process, when you catch your own thinking in front of the mirror, like this, this thing can speak to another person much closer, much better, much more understandable. Let this thing be, though, secondary. Don't bother. Have your own relationship. This thing, I'm here. It's Nichinada's home. I'm here with my family, my Sangha. Sangha, it's another name for spiritual organization. And it's a personal path. There are moments you just have to forget about your whole organization, even forget about your guru. I have to forget about Swamiji, everybody else. When I get to my state of silence, when I get in touch with my thoughts, that's it. That's it. Nobody else is there. It's just a personal communication. So now I hear some people sound activity going on around. While this can be a positive influence once I stop the video and start doing my activity, and this can be supportive environment. The moment I express my thoughts, I'm in communication with my thoughts in my inner world. This actually can be obstruction, can be not destruction, can obstruct my own process of getting in touch with my own silence, my own development. I just need to shut my senses for them. That's it. And this is independent of what kind of activity that I go. It could be truly spiritual. No. It could be some kind of non-harmonious sound activity. Still no. It's my own thoughts, my own video, my own path. Intimate time. Me, myself, and I. When I watched Swamiji's videos, the satsangs, there are some moments when people who record them, and I've been in the last few months in the video department, there are moments that when he pauses, has a silent moment, so they cut it out. And I really liked to have his moments of silence where he doesn't speak. There is a pause, and he waits for the other thought to come. Wow, this is such a precious moment, and it gets edited out, cut it out to make it shorter. But if you can catch this moment of silence and flow together with your guru, from the moment he expresses the thought, going down in silence, he's silent, waits for the other thought, and then he starts the other thought. It's a beautiful moment. Quite honestly, even if there are videos that need to be short out there for popularity, for the mass, I believe that there should be the original satsangs with all the pauses. catch your thoughts, short or long videos, no. Put them, even if you feel shy, you don't want other people to see them, just click on the option that will make it private, but catch your thoughts. I suggest make it public. When you watch your videos afterwards, you will see, one day you look your video from one angle, the other day you'll look it from the other angle, the other day you'll look it from the other angle, and one day, if you just leave the video, if you have felt too shy to make it public, one day you might feel, oh, it's alright for me now to make it public. See, this seed that has become a tree, so deeply appreciative. How many seeds have made it up to this? How many seeds? Very, very, very small number. It's not 1 in 100. I bet it is like maybe 1 in 1,000 or whatever. These are your thoughts. It is precisely the same when a thought comes and visits you, visits your mind, your body. It just dies to be expressed. Give everything to become like this, to become alive. You want to feel happy? If you could understand the nature of your thoughts, then not the thing that we're used to think. They're angels. They have life of their own. Just give them a little chance. Wow. Wow. The feeling of excitement that they will have to be a little, just a little more expressed, just a little more chance. This tree in the beginning, it was exactly like the grass. First, it was like a sprout, little root, and then like a grass. You would not recognize what is grass or small bush or whatever. And it could have never become this thing unless it went through this initial stage. And the environment gave this thing a chance. Your YouTube video is giving an angel a chance. Love you. All these plants, all this garden, all your thoughts. Love you. Blessings. See you again. Nityanandam.